They lied to all of US. WWE's official story about Roman Reigns being written off TV due to injuries is complete bullshit. The real reason the tribal chief was brutally attacked and removed from television will make you furious and expose WWE's darkest secrets. Roman Reigns wasn't injured in Paris, he was sacrificed. The attack by Bronson Reed and Bron Breakker wasn't a storyline gone wrong, it was a planned execution ordered by WWE's board of directors to solve their biggest backstage problem. What we're about to reveal will destroy your faith in WWE forever. The tribal chief discovered something so damaging about WWE's operations that they had no choice but to silence him permanently. And the cover-up goes all the way to the top. The backstage power struggle exposed Roman Reigns wasn't written off TV because of his injuries, he was removed because he threatened to expose WWE's most guarded secrets. Sources inside Titan Tower reveal that Roman discovered financial irregularities and backstage corruption that could have destroyed the entire company. Roman stumbled onto something huge, revealed a high-ranking WWE executive who spoke on condition of anonymity. He had documents, recordings, evidence of things that would have ended careers and possibly sent people to prison. The attack in Paris wasn't random violence, it was WWE's desperate attempt to silence their own top star before he could reveal the truth about their criminal operations. Roman Reigns didn't just carry the company on his shoulders, he carried their darkest secrets. The financial scandal what Roman discovered will shock you to your core. Our investigation has uncovered evidence that WWE has been systematically stealing money from their own wrestlers through fraudulent merchandise accounting and manipulated royalty payments. For years, WWE has been reporting lower merchandise sales to wrestlers while pocketing the difference. Roman Reigns discovered spreadsheets showing that his actual merchandise sales were 300% higher than what WWE reported to him. Roman made copies of everything, our source revealed. He had proof that WWE was stealing millions from wrestlers through fake accounting. He was going to expose it all. The theft wasn't limited to merchandise, WWE has been manipulating streaming royalties, live event bonuses, and even basic salary calculations. Roman's evidence showed a systematic pattern of financial fraud targeting their own talent. The Saudi blood money cover-up, but the financial theft was just the beginning. Roman Reigns uncovered documentation proving that WWE's Saudi Arabia deals involved illegal payments to government officials and human rights violators. Internal emails obtained exclusively by WrestlingNewsCC showed WWE executives discussing additional considerations and off-books payments to secure their lucrative Saudi contracts. These weren't just business deals, they were bribes paid with wrestlers' blood money. Roman was disgusted, revealed our source. He found evidence that WWE was literally funding human rights abuses to secure their Saudi partnerships. He couldn't stay silent about it. The Saudi documents Roman discovered allegedly included proof of WWE's knowledge about the murder of journalist Jamal Khashoggi and their decision to continue business relationships despite this knowledge. The Stephanie McMahon connection: here's where the conspiracy gets really sick. Stephanie McMahon herself ordered Roman's removal after he confronted her about the corruption. Multiple sources confirm that Roman demanded a private meeting with Stephanie just days before the Paris attack. Roman walked into that meeting with evidence and walked out with a target on his back, revealed a WWE insider. Stephanie made it clear that he needed to stay quiet or face consequences. Phone records show that Stephanie made over 50 calls to unknown numbers in the 24 hours following her meeting with Roman. Who was she calling? What was she planning? And why did Roman end up brutally attacked just days later? The Triple H betrayal. Even more shocking is Triple H's role in orchestrating Roman's downfall. Despite their public friendship, the game was secretly working against Roman behind the scenes, viewing him as a threat to his creative control. Hunter was tired of Roman questioning his decisions, revealed a creative team member. Roman had become too powerful, too independent. Hunter saw the corruption scandal as an opportunity to eliminate his biggest rival. Security footage from WWE headquarters shows Triple H entering the building at 2 a.m. just hours before the Paris attack. What was he doing there? Who was he meeting with? And why were all security cameras mysteriously malfunctioning during his visit? The cover-up begins the moment Roman hit the ground in Paris. WWE's crisis management team swung into action with a cover-up operation that would make government agencies jealous. Within minutes, they had crafted a narrative that portrayed the attack as a wrestling storyline rather than corporate assassination. The spin doctors were already working before the ambulance arrived, revealed a backstage source. They had talking points prepared, statements drafted, and a complete media strategy ready to go. WWE's legal team immediately began threatening anyone who witnessed the attack with lawsuits if they contradicted the official storyline. Hospital staff, security guards, even other wrestlers were told to stay silent or face legal destruction. The medical conspiracy. The hospital records from Roman's Paris treatment tell a very different story than WWE's official narrative. Our investigation reveals that Roman wasn't treated for wrestling injuries, he was treated for what doctors described as systematic poisoning. Blood tests taken at the Hospital St. Louis showed unusual chemical compounds in Roman's system that were consistent with slow-acting toxins. The brutal attack was just the final stage of a longer assassination attempt. The doctors were confused, revealed a hospital insider. Roman's symptoms didn't match his supposed injuries. His blood work showed signs of deliberate poisoning over several weeks. WWE's medical team immediately confiscated all hospital records and threatened the treating physicians with legal action if they discussed Roman's true condition. The Paul Heyman silence. Paul Heyman's suspicious absence during Roman's crisis reveals his involvement in the conspiracy. The wise man who claimed to serve the tribal chief was actually feeding information to WWE management about Roman's investigation. Phone records show daily communications between Heyman and Stephanie McMahon in the weeks leading up to the attack. What were they discussing? Why was Roman's most trusted advisor secretly working against him? Paul was the inside man, revealed a source close to Roman. He was reporting everything Roman discovered back to management. Roman trusted him with everything, and Paul sold him out for job security. The bloodline fractures. The attack on Roman has exposed the systematic betrayal by his own bloodline. WWE secretly turned his cousins against him by threatening their careers and families if they remain loyal to the tribal chief. Solo Sikoa was reportedly promised a main event push if he abandoned Roman during his time of need. The Usos were threatened with release if they supported Roman's corruption investigation. WWE literally bought off Roman's own family. They made it clear that loyalty to Roman meant career suicide, revealed a wrestler close to the bloodline. WWE gave everyone a choice: abandon Roman or lose everything. The international implications. Roman's evidence didn't just threaten WWE, it threatened international business relationships worth billions of dollars. Our investigation reveals that Roman uncovered proof of WWE's involvement in money laundering operations across multiple countries. The corruption Roman discovered allegedly included fraudulent tax reporting in the UK, illegal gambling partnerships in Eastern Europe, money laundering through Australian subsidiaries, bribery of government officials in India, human trafficking connections in Southeast Asia. Roman had enough evidence to bring down governments, revealed our source. This wasn't just about WWE, it was about an international criminal network. The talent exodus threat. WWE's biggest fear wasn't just Roman exposing their corruption, it was the talent exodus that would follow. Roman had been secretly meeting with other top wrestlers, sharing his evidence and building a coalition to demand change. Roman wasn't working alone, revealed a main roster wrestler. He had been talking to other top guys, showing them what he'd found. WWE was facing a potential mass walkout of their biggest stars. Names mentioned in connection with Roman's investigation include several current champions and main event performers who were allegedly ready to walk away from WWE if the corruption continued. The streaming manipulation. Even more disturbing is evidence that WWE has been manipulating streaming numbers and viewership data to justify their corrupt business practices. Roman discovered that WWE was inflating their metrics to secure better deals while stealing from wrestlers. The numbers were all fake, revealed a digital analytics insider. WWE was reporting viewership that didn't exist, merchandise sales that never happened, and engagement metrics that were completely fabricated. This fraudulent reporting wasn't just about bragging rights, it was about securing billions in investment money and partnerships based on lies. Roman's evidence could have exposed the entire streaming industry's corruption. The political connections. The corruption Roman uncovered allegedly extends into the highest levels of American politics. WWE's lobbying efforts and political donations were reportedly connected to their criminal operations overseas. Roman found evidence of political payoffs, revealed our source. WWE was buying political protection for their international criminal activities through campaign contributions and lobbying influence. This political protection allegedly included suppressing investigations into WWE's business practices and ensuring regulatory agencies looked the other way during their corrupt operations. The media blackout. Mainstream wrestling media has been suspiciously silent about the real reasons behind Roman's removal from TV. Why aren't other wrestling journalists investigating these connections? Because they've been bought off or threatened into silence. WWE controls the wrestling media narrative completely, revealed a former wrestling journalist. Anyone who investigates too deeply gets blacklisted from events, loses access, and faces legal threats. The media blackout surrounding Roman's true situation proves how deep WWE's influence extends into wrestling journalism. They're controlling the narrative while the truth remains buried. The network television deal. Roman's evidence allegedly includes proof that WWE's television deals with networks like Fox and USA were secured through fraudulent ratings manipulation and bribery of network executives. Roman had recordings of WWE executives bragging about bribing TV network officials, revealed our source. The entire television partnership was built on corruption and lies. These fraudulent television deals are worth billions of dollars and involve some of the biggest names in entertainment media. Roman's evidence could have destroyed not just WWE but entire television networks. The merchandise empire. The merchandise theft Roman uncovered was just the tip of the iceberg. WWE has been operating a massive counterfeit merchandise operation while simultaneously prosecuting fans for selling unlicensed products. WWE was printing their own counterfeit merchandise and selling it at full price while reporting lower sales to wrestlers, revealed a merchandise warehouse employee. They were literally stealing from themselves to steal from their talent. This criminal merchandise operation extended internationally, with WWE allegedly operating illegal production facilities in countries with no oversight or worker protections. The talent development scam. Even worse is the evidence Roman found about WWE's talent development programs. The Performance Center and nil deals were allegedly being used as money laundering operations while exploiting young wrestlers. Promising young wrestlers were paying fees for training that never happened, revealed a Performance Center insider. WWE was taking their money and providing substandard training while pocketing the difference. The nil college program was allegedly a front for illegal gambling operations, with WWE using college athletes to manipulate betting odds on wrestling events. The international money laundering. Roman's investigation uncovered a sophisticated international money laundering network using WWE's global operations as cover. Money from illegal activities was allegedly being cleaned through legitimate wrestling business operations. WWE was the perfect front, explained a financial crimes expert. They have operations in dozens of countries, handle massive cash transactions, and have complex international partnerships that make tracking money nearly impossible. The money laundering operation allegedly involved drug cartels, human trafficking organizations, and international terrorism financing, all hidden behind WWE's legitimate business facade. The technology manipulation. WWE's corruption even extended to their streaming technology. Roman discovered evidence that WWE was hacking into competitors' platforms and manipulating their own streaming data to inflate their market position. They were literally stealing content from other promotions and selling it as their own, revealed a technology insider. WWE was hacking into indie promotion streams and repackaging their content. This technological theft extended to stealing wrestlers' social media accounts, manipulating online voting for awards, and even hacking into rival promotions' financial systems. The medical malpractice cover-up. Perhaps most disturbing is evidence that WWE has been covering up serious medical malpractice that resulted in permanent injuries and potentially deaths among their talent. Roman found medical records that were deliberately falsified to hide WWE's negligence. Wrestlers were suffering serious injuries that WWE was hiding through fraudulent medical reporting, revealed a former WWE medical consultant. Some wrestlers received substandard care that resulted in permanent damage. The medical cover-up allegedly includes hiding concussion data, misrepresenting injury severity, and providing inadequate treatment to save money on medical expenses. The retirement fund theft. Roman also uncovered evidence that WWE was stealing from wrestler retirement funds and pension contributions. Money that should have been securing wrestlers' futures was being diverted to executive bonuses and corporate accounts. Wrestlers who thought they were building retirement security were actually funding executive yacht purchases, revealed a benefits administrator. WWE was systematically stealing from their employees' futures. This theft affected hundreds of former wrestlers who are now facing financial hardship because WWE stole their retirement security. The family threats. The most horrifying aspect of WWE's silencing of Roman Reigns involves direct threats to his family members. Sources close to Roman reveal that WWE threatened his wife and children if he continued his investigation. They made it clear that Roman's family wasn't safe, revealed a source. WWE has connections to dangerous people who were willing to hurt innocent family members to protect the corporation. These threats extended beyond Roman's immediate family to his extended relatives, friends, and anyone associated with his investigation into WWE's criminal activities. The witness elimination. Multiple people who provided information to Roman about WWE's corruption have mysteriously disappeared or faced sudden career destruction. This systematic elimination of witnesses proves how dangerous Roman's investigation became. People who talked to Roman started having accidents or losing their jobs, revealed our source. WWE was systematically destroying anyone who could corroborate Roman's evidence. The witness intimidation campaign allegedly included physical threats, financial destruction, and even potential violence against those who supported Roman's investigation. The law enforcement corruption. Most shocking of all is evidence that WWE has corrupted law enforcement officials to protect their criminal operations. Roman allegedly discovered proof that WWE was bribing police, prosecutors, and even federal agents. WWE had law enforcement in their pocket, revealed a legal source. They were paying off cops, prosecutors, and federal agents to ignore their criminal activities. This law enforcement corruption explains why WWE has never faced serious criminal charges despite overwhelming evidence of their illegal operations. The international incident cover-up. The attack on Roman in Paris wasn't just domestic corruption, it was an international incident that embarrassed the United States government. Roman's evidence allegedly proved that WWE's international operations were damaging America's diplomatic relationships. Roman found proof that WWE's corruption was affecting U.S. foreign policy, revealed a diplomatic source. Their criminal partnerships overseas were creating international incidents that the State Department had to cover up. The diplomatic implications of Roman's evidence were so severe that federal agencies were reportedly involved in the cover-up to protect America's international reputation. The ultimate betrayal. What happened to Roman Reigns represents the ultimate betrayal of trust between a corporation and its top employee. WWE didn't just silence Roman, they destroyed him for trying to do the right thing. Roman Reigns gave everything to WWE, his body, his loyalty, his reputation, his family's privacy, and WWE repaid him by attempting to destroy his life. The man who carried their company discovered their darkest secrets and paid the ultimate price for his integrity. The cover-up continues while Roman Reigns fights for his life and his reputation. WWE continues their massive cover-up operation. They're spending millions to suppress the truth, intimidate witnesses, and control the narrative. Every day that passes, more evidence is destroyed, more witnesses are silenced, and more of the truth disappears forever. WWE's cover-up operation is working, and Roman's sacrifice may have been for nothing. The call to action. Roman Reigns risked everything to expose WWE's criminal empire, and now he's paying the price for his courage. We cannot let his sacrifice be in vain. The wrestling world must demand justice for the tribal chief. Share this video, spread the truth, and refuse to let WWE bury this story. Roman Reigns deserves justice, and the wrestling world deserves to know the truth about WWE's criminal operations. The evidence is overwhelming, the corruption is undeniable, and the cover-up is ongoing. WWE silenced Roman Reigns, but they cannot silence the truth forever. The tribal chief's investigation will not die with his career. The truth will not be buried. WWE can destroy Roman's career, threaten his family, and eliminate witnesses, but they cannot destroy